for sticking with us as we took our short little break. When last we saw our heroes, they had all made their way through a portal into the mystical land of Avicen, which is something that Crucible knows, but the rest of them have no clue about.
And I'm Wiki.
I'm Portal.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yep. Portal and Professor C are in the wrong boxes.
Avicen, oh, Avicen. Here we go.
They came through the portal to find a group of werewolves attacking some farmers, having apparently already killed several of the bird creatures from the Sons of the Sky who had come through. The heroes stopped the werewolves from killing too many more of the farmers.
We did our best.
They were joined in that battle by a woman who is known as Long Hunter, who has said that they should follow her and meet her husband, who might be able to explain things a little better to them. And that is where we left our heroes. Crucible, if you look around for your friends you brought through the portal with you, by the time you go back over to where the portal is into visual range, they are gone. The portal is also gone. I mean, the portal was one way, but where the gate was.
Wait, is the gate still there?
The gate is still there.
Okay.
The portal is not there, but the gate is there.
Ethan is suddenly wondering if they did not come out of the portal to attack his friends, but they were there trying to get into the portal.
I don't know. In any case, Long Hunter goes over to the young man who took the child, has a very brief confab with him in Hikawe, and then says, right, follow me.
I'll follow her. And at some point along the walk, I'll just kind of nose up to Kione and say, I thought muskets were supposed to be, like, really inaccurate.
They also take it minimum 30 seconds to reload.
I'm an octopus.
She just kind of smirks as she hears, as she's walking ahead of you guys.
So it's just like, yeah, and I'm an octopus. So what's your point?
I'm an octopus. Your argument is invalid.
Mean.
Shit's weird in this universe, yo.
So,
I'm gonna ask her while we're walking what language she was speaking.
Hikawe? Your tribal language?
I'm going to be paying very close attention every time I hear the language spoken.
Okay.
Because it's what I do.
Yep. Says, learned it when Raphael and I first came out west. So.
And what year was that?
We're 1783 when we came through.
Okay.
And what was the date? Did we have an approximate date on the Lost Colony / statue?
You had a rough time period, but you didn't have a specific date.
Was that rough time period? Does it encompass that date, or
Yes.
is it before? Okay.
Yep. So after a short hike, you guys come up to an inlet off the river, and there is a huge steamship, 80 feet long, 3-deck, side wheel steamship. Above the paddle wheel of the ship, in a gold plaque. It's gold green letters. It says Emerald Star.
One of these things is not like the other.
Well, come on aboard.
I will come aboard.
As you guys get on the deck, she reaches into her shirt, pulls out a key hanging off of a chain on her neck, and winds a clock on the wall.
What time is it?
Got to get us on boat time.
I am 100% going to scan that clock.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it to see what time it is.
Keone really would like to nope right out of here.
The clock says that it is 11:30.
Is it weird metallically? Because I do have accurate analytical
Yeah.
magnetic
No,
sense.
I mean it's not all metals that are ferrous, because like some of it's brass and whatnot, but it's a clock.
But it feels like earth metal, right? It doesn't feel like weird metal I've never felt before.
No, it definitely feels like metals that you're familiar with.
Okay.
Ethan, quit using your Ethan itch.
It's your fault I have an Ethan itch.
She will then open the door off the deck into the interior of the ship and steps in.
Something about this feels off.
Only one thing?
Yeah. I will follow behind.
Hey, guys, I
Okay.
just wanted to confab for a second real quick. The people that were unconscious outside of the portal, did they come out of the portal or were they trying to get into the portal?
Wouldn't it?
I did unclear. Oh, in.
They opened the portal and they were going to...
Yes.
Some of them are in the portal now.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure some of them have been eaten by wolves.
We saw 6 come in. Yeah.
Yeah, but I brought some more in with me when I came.
Why?
We didn't see nearly enough to think that they're all dead. We didn't see any of the mystics. There were 6 of them who came in after the 24 bird people, and we only saw like 2 or 3 dead bird people. So
Okay, that's weird. Also, the lady I ran into said they were trying to save their gods, the Kestrel and the
Owl.
Owl? Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna find out if that's a good thing or a bad thing real soon, I'm sure.
Okay, well,
I get the sense it's a good thing, if I remember correctly.
So
And
like
I'm
my
gonna-
bad, guys. Like,
I'm just gonna go in because
Yeah.
cool.
Alright.
I did tell that lady I was going to help her if I ran into her again.
I think that might be a good thing. We'll find out.
All right. As you go inside, the first thing you notice is that the interior of this boat is quite opulent. It is wood paneled. You are in a library area. There
Nice.
is a glowing fireplace. The other thing you'll notice is it seems like this is bigger than
Let
the
me say
size
it.
of the ship.
do it.
Let me say it. Let me say it.
Do it.
It's bigger on the inside.
She just kind of smiles, goes over, and there is a man wearing a fine-looking, 1780s looking suit, but with a tribal blanket draped around his shoulders. He is perusing a heavy tome. He turns his head as you all enter and looks at the woman who goes over and gives him a kiss and whispers something to him. He snaps a pocket watch shut, slides it into the pocket of his waistcoat, stands up and says, "Well, Jean-Marie does find the most interesting things on her hunts, don't she? My name is Dr. Raphael Sandar. Most people around here just know me by my sobriquet of Dr. Clock.
Dr. Clock.
That's what they call me.
Name.
Did you have
we got
powers
Dr.
before you got here?
Clockicus.
Well, I don't know how you would define powers, but I studied certain mystical arts before I came here.
Like this, and I'm going to float a couple of metal balls above my hand.
Can't say as I can do that, but I do have my own gifts.
Are they cute?
He is quite attractive, but in, the not quite silver fox, but that kind of older distinguished gentleman way. He's probably in his 50s.
Well, Portal, here's you another daddy.
Oh yeah.
She is not particularly cute. She's a little too weathered, a little too rugged. She is a handsome woman, but not cute.
But don't say that to her face.
There's also something that is vaguely animalistic about her, although she doesn't have any animal features. Just kind of a sense of this is a hunter. This is a...
Not to be rifled with.
Yes.
See what I did there?
So tell me, what brings the four of y'all here?
Bird people.
Portal.
Not me. Another
Specifically, and I will generate a holographic image of the statue from the recordings I took of it when we were at the museum.
Hell no. Ain't seen that in an age.
The statue or a holograph?
Gonna go with the statue.
So you call those images you make a holograph, huh?
I think it's hologram, actually, but yeah.
It is. It's a holographic image.
Rude.
Also, people don't die of dysentery anymore. You should be really excited about that.
Well, I am a doctor, but in addition to my mystic arts, but... So you... If I'm reading between the lines, right? Something involved in that their statue reopened the gate.
If
Yeah.
by the gate you mean the big shining yellow portal that brought us here? Yep.
But it weren't the four of you.
We didn't open it, no.
No,
Yeah.
we followed what went in.
Which were bird people.
And some
Regular people.
shamans?
There are approximately 2.5 dozen people unaccounted for. 2 dozen of them being bird people. And they seem to be doing something involving the kestrel and the owl. We don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
But it's definitely a thing.
I'm just looking for my mom.
Well, perhaps I best tell all y'all a story. He'll get up, walk over to a cabinet in the library, open it. Brandy?
Yeah, sure.
Can't.
If I'd be able to tell my dad I had like an 1824.
So he'll pour a small little sifter of brandy for you. This whole time, you'll notice that Long Hunter is just leaning against the wall, still holding her rifle, eyeing the four of you suspiciously.
I mean, I'm grabbing a glass if alcohol's being served.
Okay.
I mean, so is Keone, but she's also eyeing the creepy girl staring at me with a gun.
Fair. I mean, she doesn't have it pointed at you, but...
I hand it out to Keone. Would you mind? Thanks.
There you go.
You chill it?
Yep.
I gave him ice cubes.
Well.
Oh, crap. Should I have not shown my power?
I mean, you already have.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah, she has seen me.
Yeah, she's already seen you do ice stuff.
Literally everyone saw you murder
Everything.
everything in your path, so.
Not wrong.
Well, long ago to you, well, not quite so long for us, stories of strange creatures living in this valley brought Jean-Marie and me to this small Spanish mission and the town surrounding it. It's called Absin. It's a beautiful place, beautiful as we ever seen. Emerald Star brought us up the river, and it was just an island in the sun. But there were a creature that woke after some 500 years of slumber, claimed that island as his own. Now, I had heard his name back in my homeland of Catalonia. Couldn't believe that he was actually real. But sure enough, Lord Sanguine, the beast who drinks the life energy of mortals and hungers for the blood of the gods. Thanks to his witch woman, Blackbird, he captured some local monks and the shaman of the Hikawe and used them to draw in Nematu and Makame, beasts as near to gods as this place has ever seen. Sanguine long wanted to drink the blood of the gods, claim their power for his own, had to be stopped. Some 500 years back, it took the assembled armies of the world and its heroes to contain Sanguine. Now all there were a few mystics, a pair of surviving monks, and Jean-Marie and me. My beloved Emerald Star, and he kind of pats the wall, and my beloved wife brought us the time we needed to make a relic that would draw away the power of those beast brothers and use it to seal Sanguine and Blackbird away in a prison, stronger than any coffin. Avison got lost in time and lost to history, with only that there relic to mark its existence, the key to the gate we were building. Turned that key in the year of our Lord, 1782. We've been trapped here for last 7 years. Looking at you four, I'm guessing what? About 2 centuries have passed on the outside?
Almost 2.5.
He flips open, reaches into his waistcoat, flips open the watch, looks and goes, yeah, that's right. Just took it a second to catch up. Sounds like the gate been reopened and the fire of the sun and moon's been drawn back to the brothers. Gonna have to find him, for he uses the power of that ritual, or power of that artifact to undo our ritual. We have to contain his darkness here before it consumes that whole world that you came from.
Oh, cool. Like no pressure or anything.
So you
hang
need...
on. You hang on just 1 second, please. And I grab Keone and I grab Ethan. So guys, 7 years, 250 years. Your parents are gonna be freaked the F out when we get back. Just a heads up.
Just
okay, go ahead and continue.
So you need our... So can we help you kill this vampire lord of... Tommy would call it Barovia.
I sure hope so. we ain't rightly sure where Sanguine's lair is here in Avalon or Avacon. Even Jean-Marie's tracking skills haven't helped her find it, but he has allies, each of whom had tokens of his power. And I think if we could collect those three, I could do a ritual that would use them to take us to Sanguine.
So are the Kestrel and Owl dead? Depowered?
Are they the big dark scary monsters you were talking about?
Well, no. The Kestrel and the Owl, those are the...
Nimuatu and Makwame, right?
Right. They're not dead. They're not here. But if Sanguine could be freed, he could bring them back and, well, consume them, which is what he wants to do.
And that would be bad.
Oh, yes.
So I look over to Ethan. So your friends are attempting to do something that would not end well, is the impression I am getting.
Probably. They're trying to revive Kestrel and Owl.
Revive or save? Protect.
I think they said save.
So it sounds like they might be on our side.
However, it also sounds like in order to find them, to bring them here, involves waking up the evil vampire lord.
Well, not so
Maybe.
much waking up the evil vampire lord. He's been here, but if they came here to save Makame and Imatu, then they opened the door, and that's a problem in and of itself.
Why?
Well, because if the door's been opened, then Sanguine could find a way back.
Even after it's been closed again?
Well, you have the statue with you?
That's a no.
It turned into the portal?
I think.
Yeah.
It got really big at one point.
It turned into the gate.
So the gate may be closed from this side, but the barriers between the worlds is gone. So the right person could find a way through from one side to the other.
Or the wrong.
This ain't good.
Or the wrong.
I was saying, bad.
Dr. Clock, do you have locations for these lieutenants?
That I do.
Or descriptions of what the objects they carry?
That I do. So what you'd be looking for is the shroud of Allard Amion. The Blood Monks got that. They're in the mission in the hills above the town. There's the King's Heart, which Blackbird's sisters and the Witch Wings, they've got that. And Mariko's Claw, which was somewhat recently given, well, recently by my standards, given to the Wolfen to seal their alliance with Lord Sanguine.
Would that be the gentleman we just fought?
Yes, he looks over and Longhunter nods. Yes, those would have been the Wolfen.
I don't suppose any of these objects are made out of metal, are they?
Well, the claw certainly is. It's a sword.
It'd be really funny if I just flew over and just yanked it out of their hands and just flew off without having it be a problem for us. Okay, and what can you tell us about the Wolfen and the witches and the blood monks?
Well, the blood monks, once upon a time, they were good men and women, but they've been corrupted by Sanguine's power. They ain't rightly vampires, but they're close enough. Like I said, they're still up in the mission, which is in the hills above the town.
Would you say that's the closest one to here?
Likely. The witch wings are in as I understand it, and then Long Hunter interrupts. They have homes up in the trees, but there's far too many trees to search easily, at least for me. But a couple people who know how to fly, that might not be a problem.
So
I can also scan for life signs.
I would also think maybe the Wolfen might be the best first point of attack, since we've
Dealt with them already.
We've already weakened their numbers a little.
I was gonna say, does like 10 really weaken their numbers? They're wolves.
It weakens their numbers more than the ones we haven't dealt with at all.
No, that part true.
The furthest away, is that the furthest away? Because I feel like we should start the furthest away and work our way back.
Long Hunter says, well, their cave is a couple hour travel on foot, but not too terribly far away.
That would be my suggestion as well. We've
Keone,
already dealt with them, so we
Keone,
know at least some of what they can do.
did Seth just agree with me?
Are you the leader of our group now?
No.
Damn it.
I think so.
Still Seth.
Take no responsibility for this group.
Just to check, Dr. Clock, you, I know you don't have pop culture where you came from, but do you kill these creatures with, like, silver weapons and stakes to the heart and cutting their heads off and bathing them in holy water, or...
The octopus is actually facepalming.
With one tentacle or multiple tentacles?
All of them.
Ethan,
Oh, okay.
It kind of looked like shooting and stabbing them worked just well enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my ice spear to the heart helped.
I think they might be just wolf men, not werewolves.
Most things die when you stab them in the heart. I just want to see if there's a more efficient way of us to go about dispatching these creatures.
I mean, that felt pretty efficient.
Punching them worked.
Yeah.
And Long Hunter just says, "Hey, I'll die if you shoot him."
Cool. I'm thinking, like, maybe if we got a bunch of silver and melted it down and turned Professor Cephalopod into a crazy sprinkler and, like, spun all the legs around and dumped silver nitrate all over the wolves, I think that'd be real fast, but maybe I'm too smart and too dumb for my own good.
Yes.
Maybe you watch too much television.
No.
I'm just saying we are fighting mythological monsters now. We should check and see if they have mythological weaknesses.
Fair.
Like the not
No.
vampires. Do they have to be invited into a place before they can come and attack you?
No, that would be convenient. The blood monks go pretty much where they please.
No, it's,
Now,
it's a
rumor-
fair question, but we established that, the standard ways apply.
Now, back in my homeland, I did hear that Sanguine himself can't go through any doorway that's been marked with the blood of those who would dwell within. But
Guys,
Original vampire lore.
I have an idea.
Hmm. I'm sure it's terrible. Please tell us.
Well, I would argue we dwell within the other land. Maybe we should put some of our blood on that stone gate.
I think that's a great idea.
I mean, I think I've put enough blood of other people's blood on there.
Yeah,
so.
but they don't live over there.
Oh, we do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might. I give it 25% chance that it'll work, but what's the harm in trying?
You're like R2-D2 optimistic.
What?
Clock gestures to the door that you guys all walk through. Well, me and John Marie's blood is in the paint there.
I think that should be our first thing. Then we go for the werewolves.
All right, let's get this road on the show.
Holy crap, Keone. I am the leader now.
Twice. That's twice.
I'm gonna go ahead and open a portal back up to the gate, because at least from your description, we haven't been walking long enough for it to be more than 2 miles.
You think it's probably just about exactly 2 miles from the dock to where the gate that you guys came through is.
Okay. So, Long Hunter, was it?
She nods.
Will you be coming with us?
You're going after the wolfen? Gonna need me to find their cave now, ain't you?
That's what I was thinking. All right, let's go.
I have a question before we go. Have you ever heard of anyone called Aurora?
Dr. Clock kind of looks at you.
Or the Forsaken.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Too late.
Heard the name. Hikawe mentioned an Aurora. Said she commanded the winter winds. She ain't on this side of the portal, though.
Okay.
But that would have been, like we said, about 250 years ago for y'all. Sure, she's dead by now.
Maybe not.
Sure.
Damn, how old is my grandma?
She self-cryo freezes. All right. Shall we?
All right.
Yeah, let's go kick open this nest of werewolves.
I thought we were putting blood on
Yes.
stuff first.
It's on the way.
So it's on the way.
So we get to the other side and I look around. Anybody got a knife or something pokey?
Yeah.
All these tools come out of the arms.
Long Hunter will immediately pull out a Bowie knife.
I was thinking, Keone just makes a bunch of ice spears. Like, yes.
I make a knife out of one of my balls.
I'll grab Long Hunter's knife. Just slice my inner palm.
Why is it always the inner palm?
That is the worst place to cut yourself.
I feel like that is the stupidest place to cut yourself.
It is.
Now Portal watches too much TV.
But it is very visually dramatic.
Yes.
You're correct.
I'll let it pull up a little bit and then just smear a whole bunch of it on the gate. And then look over to her and be like, is that enough?
I mean, Raphael's the mystic, but a lot more blood than he took from me.
Okay. I'll hand the knife out to anybody else.
Oh, inside the tank, you see Seth with a little syringe and then he does something where you can't see, and a few seconds later the syringe comes out, kind of like, when you're at the bank and the little tube comes out.
It's like his little penis.
That was
No.
not what I was thinking, but okay.
No, that's on the end of one of his arms. But
He has a dildo on the end of his arm?
That's
No.
how octopuses work.
Is that one of
Swiss Army knife arm.
his Swiss Army knife things?
so anyway, the one of his mechanical arms will take the syringe and just squirt it, empty it across the top of the thing.
You two might want to try to put some on the other end of the gate, so we kind of got it when. Anybody want the knife?
Not your bloody knife. That's how diseases spread.
I get tested regularly.
I just take out I just make an ice sword and just kind of slice my arm and smear my hand on it and rub it all over.
I'll give the knife back to Long Hunter.
She'll take it, wipe it off.
All right, Ethan, it's your turn.
I mean, I feel like there's enough blood on the gate now, right?
Don't be a baby.
Ethan,
I will peer pressure myself into stabbing myself, I guess.
okay, it's not like
Alright.
stabbing yourself. You're just cutting yourself.
And Ethan will roll up a sleeve on his hoodie and have his armor grow down his arm and slice a little bit, and then he'll have it scuttle up to the gate and start smearing it higher than Keone did to make sure it's covered from top to bottom.
Okay.
Jesus, we gotta get you a costume.
I've got armor. This is a costume.
You're wearing a hoodie.
It's practical.
I'm working on it.
You're wearing spandex.
And I look damn good in it.
I was gonna say, so am I.
I thought Keone's costume was a part of her powers.
It is.
It is.
It's not like magic living ice. It's actually spandex.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
You
I'm pretty sure.
questioning the mechanics?
And Portal's got that textured spandex that are in some of the more recent superhero movies.
The
The one that makes you look like a basketball?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
and less like a condom.
Oh. Portal has a costume that was actually provided for him, but from, probably from Raven at this point.
Yeah.
Keone's was made by her mom. So
Aw. All right.
So I look over to Long Hunter when we're done. Lead the way. Although honestly, I could probably get us there pretty quickly if you give me distances.
General direction.
Yeah.
Portal, I don't know if we should blind fire our way through the werewolf-infested forest. Might be better if we scoop up and fly together, way above the tree line.
I can still track from tree line way above the tree line.
Yeah, way above the tree line's no
Through
good.
the mist. But
Yeah.
way above the tree line, you ain't gonna be able to see the ground.
Nope.
But if we skim the trees,
Yeah, we can probably make that happen.
yeah. Do it, Ethan.
Yeah, I'll focus and I'll stretch my disc out to be big enough for everybody to step on.
Okay.
I don't need that.
I'll make it a little
I
bit
don't need
smaller.
that.
I'll make it a little bit smaller.
I'll hop on.
I bet you would.
I'll grip him uncomfortably around the waist.
I'll make it a little bit bigger.
Long Hunter will jump onto the disc as well. She will not grip you.
It's fair. Now, does anybody need seatbelts?
She just looks at you like, "What's a seatbelt?"
Do you want me to clamp your feet to the thing so there's no risk of you falling off?
I'd rather be able to jump free if something happens.
All right, hold on, and I'll take off.
You could create an anchor point that someone could shove their foot into and take their foot out of.
That's why Professor Cephalopod is the boss.
Just saying.
I will make footholds.
There you go.
Alex, give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Here we go.
For the record, when we're flying, I'm going to stay slightly above them. Like,
Okay.
I actually think I'm going to stay just under where the mist gets too far to see, or too thick to see out through.
Okay.
I'm also keeping a lookout that if he's not going to be able to avoid something in time, I'm going to portal us to the other side of whatever it is.
Sure.
No running into mountains.
Well, I haven't rolled above a 10 all game, but I got a 19 that time.
Okay. So when you create the little, foothold, Long Hunter kind of crouches down and grips it with one hand. And as she does so, you notice claws grow out of her hand as she grips it.
I will keep that information to myself until it becomes relevant for the rest of the group to know.
Okay.
I feel like that's pretty relevant to the rest of the team right now.
She's a good werewolf. It's fine.
Not even necessarily a werewolf.
Good werewolf loves her mama.
No.
She probably likes basketball or something. I'll just take off.
So she leads you through the woods, kind of towards the interior part of the island. And there is not a clearing per se, but some exposed rock face, so there's not a lot of trees directly around it. And there is kind of a jagged cave entrance to the that looks like it leads in and down. I tracked them back here enough times. I'm pretty sure this is their den. Gotta warn you though, there's gotta be several dozen of them down there.
That's a lot.
It is.
Aaron, I just got extended on my magnetic sense, so I can sense 10 times farther than I used to be able to.
Okay.
Do I feel any swords down there?
You do not.
You are utterly useless on this island.
Do I feel anything down there? Do I feel any iron ore deposits?
Sure.
Shake them. Make it shake.
There's some
Just
iron.
throwing dirt at them.
There's some ore in the, mixed in with the stone of the walls, but
It is my turn to have a terrible idea.
You are not sensing like any worked metal down there.
It is my turn to have a terrible idea.
Okay.
Why don't we attempt to ambush them? You can manipulate we can try to draw some of them out of here by making a cave quake.
That sounds like the coolest thing I'll ever do with my powers.
I was thinking something slightly more terrible, but we can go with that.
I was
I'm
thinking
it might be better to fight as many of them as possible in the open.
I was hoping to seal the cave and suffocate them. But I mean, you guys
Sealing the cave won't necessarily suffocate them. There's still air there.
But then if they're sneaking out, then we don't have to worry about them as much.
You will. I'm not even going to ask for a perception note or perception roll. You will see that there is one wolfen crouched down just inside the cave as kind of a lookout.
It's not a baby wolf, is it?
No.
Okay.
But
Doesn't matter. We're still killing it.
No, but I don't want to kill a baby wolf.
It's a monster.
There is a limit to what Keone will kill.
I don't kill babies.
So he sees you guys approaching
Oh crap!
and growls out, "We thought you would come."
I'm going to flip him the bird and start shaking the mountain.
Shake the mountain! Shake the mountain!
I'll use extraordinary effort if I have to. I'm about to Magneto this whole build. This whole
Give you my
landmark.
hero point if you have to.
Vibrate it! Vibrate him out of there! Shake it like an ant farm.
If the caves are rocking, don't come a knocking.
Are you saying that Ethan is a giant vibrator?
How much mass can you move, Ethan?
Ethan can move, traditionally speaking. Doom, boom, 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 boom. I can move 400 tons. But if I use extraordinary effort, I can kick that up 2 ranks. Which would be
1,600 tons?
1,600 tons.
That feels like a lot of tons. That feels like
Yeah.
a mountain ton.
And he's not trying to move the mountain, he's just trying to shake it a little.
Right.
So he really only needs to move certain parts of it.
Yeah.
Like in uneven squares.
Do you have precise on your move object?
I do.
Okay. Give me a power check.
It's Magneto time! This is going to make me exhausted, but it's cool. It's worth it.
Nope. Who has that on their bingo card?
Before the fight even begins.
Yeah. Ethan already blows
35! I got a 19 on the
Nice.
dice.
Noise.
You got a what?
A 35.
Nice. Was that an
Okay.
actual 20?
It was a 19. Would have been dope if it was a natural 20, but...
All right. So what exactly are you trying to do then? You've got more than enough ability to do what... Tell me what you're trying to do.
I am trying to collapse portions of the cavern system beneath and shake the mountain in such a way that they're thinking, oh no, the whole mountain is going to collapse. We have to get out of here. To flush them out into the open for my friends to stab them many times.
Yeah,
Okay.
many times.
I am coming around to this plan.
You do not have subtle on your power, correct?
I do not have subtle, no.
So it is obvious that you're doing this.
Yes. I'm doing the whole Magneto thing, arms raised, straining, nose bleeding.
Right.
I mean, I actually think that makes it more frightening
It does.
that that wolf's like,
And I flipped him the bird. Just, I don't think they have that expression here, but it's for him.
Right.
Yeah, so this thing coming in on a flying saucer, essentially,
Yeah.
is now
Raises his
moving an
arms.
entire mountain. And there's
Also,
an
I'm sitting on the
octopus,
front edge with my feet just kind of dangling.
and they've got the hunter that they know has been killing them, and an octopus flying above them, and me standing on an ice glacier right next to them.
Yep.
I feel like it's more terrifying than if they didn't know it was him.
It is.
They haven't met Ethan.
They don't know I'm a dork.
So the wolfen in the cave mouth looks and sees it shake and goes, "You're doing this. We had our doubts about allying with Sanguine. Stop what you're doing, and I will bring you to our alpha. You can challenge him."
I look up at Ethan.
Do I believe him? Can I roll an insight check?
I was going to say, I don't know. Do you believe him?
13. I'm back to bad rolls.
He seems sincere. Now, does that mean that he's got a better deception than you, or he's actually being sincere? You're not sure, but he seems sincere.
I'm going to keep shaking
I
the
look
mountain.
over-
Guys,
I look over to Long Hunter and like,
you get
they don't like
You-
working with each other, right? I think you said
You-
that, right?
you get a message that says the alpha comes to us, as in you say that because it should come from you because you're the god,
You're the
the
scary
god
guy.
of the mountain.
bring your
So
alpha
you
to
should
me.
scary voice.
You will bring the alpha to me,
Rubble,
and I will render judgment upon him from here.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
I want to do something. Okay, Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something where I kind of put a portal in front of his face, which you can't see the other side, so he can't
Right.
see that I'm doing it. But I want to put the other end of the portal like somewhere up around that it creates like an echo, a really ominous echo.
Okay.
Oh no! This werewolf's gonna come out here and kick my ass in single combat.
No, we'll figure out how to let you choose a champion.
Yeah, Keone will be my
Because
champion.
gods don't fight their own battles.
I mean, if we're all showing off our powers, I'm gonna throw 2 ice spears right pegged next to him. Although now I'm kind of nervous to show off my ice powers.
Save it.
Bring the alpha here, I will bring this whole mountain down.
She says, standing on a glacier.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. The Wolfen will nod and turn and head down into the cave.
Into the shaking ant farm.
Uh-huh.
I won't stop the shaking, but I will lessen it as he goes. Just so he knows I'm not messing around. And I am marking my exhausted on my sheet.
While we're waiting, I'm going to look over to Ethan and say, this is the perfect chance for me to try something out. And I'm going to create a portal that the exit is like an inch above the ground, and the entrance is like just a step in front of me, so that I step out and I'm standing on the ground 30 feet up in the air.
You're gonna like Wile E. Coyote this shit?
I haven't gone through the portal fully, just my feet touching the ground 30 feet down.
Got it.
That hurts my brain. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's Star-Lord in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's
that doesn't make me like it more.
And I look at it, nod, and sit back down.
Yeah, that's kind of Star-Lord's worst work, actually, in Infinity War.
True.
Not at that point. At that point, he was following the plan.
Yes, at that point, he was following the plan.
But what happens if you're standing in a portal like that and you close the portal?
He can't.
Can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a dumb failsafe.
I'm like, cut somebody in half.
People in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the same reason that he can't like open a portal like in somebody's torso and make their interior organs just start spilling out.
Oh, that's gross and awesome. I love it. And
right? Oh, out of it.
Yeah, I accounted for that in creating the powers.
Yep.
All right. So a few minutes pass, and then from the cave mouth, you hear a howling.
A great howling.
It is, it starts soft, but low and deep, and it gets louder and louder until you see maybe 40 different wolven come out through the mouth of the cave.
Cool.
This is a bad plan.
I'm sure this is fine.
From from their kind of the middle, it parts, and a wolfen who is 7 feet tall, significantly more heavily muscled than any of the others, and around his neck there is a golden claw.
You got this, Ethan.
I thought it was supposed to be a sword.
Maybe it turns into a sword.
No, there
And,
was a golden claw.
I'd look at him and say, go get him, Ray.
he says, I am the strongest. I am the alpha. I will face your champion. And we'll pick it up there next week.
Go get him, Keone.
So, I would like to thank everyone who has been with us tonight. It's been a lot of fun for us. I hope it has been as much fun for you. I would especially like to thank people who are streaming us and have increased our audience tonight. That was awesome. I've been having fun with our new heroes, or not our new heroes, but our heroes. And hey, next week they get to fight the King of the Werewolves. What could possibly go wrong? So now the question is whether or not you guys are going to be honorable and let someone do single combat.
Of course not.
I'm exhausted. I'm out of the fight. I did my part.
So next week, well, we will be back here next week on Tuesday. As always, on Friday, all of our episodes from YouTube will get posted to untoldstoriesproject.com. On Thursday, we will have a new blog post. I actually should know, but don't know off the top of my head what that's going to be, but there will be something good. And of course, Monday, we will continue with our Nether War show. Heroes, does anyone have anything else that they would like to plug? I will send it over to Alex.
Well, if you are a member of the Mutants Masterminds Patreon, we are doing another Patreon Q&A with the developers tomorrow night, which will be a lot of fun. That won't be streamed anywhere, so that's a Patreon exclusive. And then a week from Wednesday, we have the finale of our Suicide Squad game. So I'll finally get the chance to give some of it back to Aaron, what he's been giving to us. I'll pass it over to Wiki. Poor Barry.
Yeah, that's all I have to plug is poor Barry. Play a game.
Hey, I would try not to let Barry die.
How about we pass it down to Aunt Puppy?
Just play a game. I guess that means Brandon.
Rude.
Read a book.
All right. Well, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all again, and we will see you here next week. Same Emerald time, same Emerald channel.
Yeah.
Not the same Emerald City, though.